everyone, it's the beginning of a new week. It's Monday, June 14th, and I thought I'd start off Mindful Monday in a little more unorthodox way. It's a beautiful day out here. It's going to be in the 80s, and I noticed a discovery when I came out to water my lavender for the day, and I'm getting excited. So I'm going to switch the camera around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, as you know, I usually water this pretty much every day or every other day, depending on how the soil is doing. Well, today I came out, and I actually don't really need to water it because it's still moist, but I noticed a couple slight changes. Now, they're very, very slight, but it does show the beginning of some growth. So, as you can see, there's that little tiny twig, I call it, right now. That was not there before. And I know I saw another growth. Actually, they're all starting now that I'm looking at it. So now you're starting to see some growth, and unfortunately, I see some Timmy hair. Cat hair gets everywhere, real life. So yeah, it's actually starting to show slight signs of life. I am super, super excited. It's been getting the sun really well. I didn't actually have to move it like I previously thought I would, because the sun has been getting in on this spot, so it's been perfect. And yeah, everything's going well. So today I will not have to water it with this lovely water, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think it's a crucial starting point, and what I'm doing is taking a photo of it almost every day so that I can see the progress. The first few days I was doing that, it seemed pointless to do it because there was no signs of change. Now that there's starting to show stuff, now I'll be able to do that. And excuse the airplane ahead. And Timmy is enjoying the beautiful weather as always. So we're going to get inside, start the video, but I wanted to give you guys an update. Plus, it looks a lot neater here. Yes, finally got that done as well. Yay! And it's not going to take over my whole patio, which is always a good thing. What do you say, Timmy? You with me? Yeah, he don't care. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And yes, we are here, another Mindful Monday, episode 43. And it's kind of exciting to me because I'm slowly approaching the 50th episode, which will be a very special one indeed. And I want to thank you all for making this series as successful as they have been. It's been really, really dear to my heart. Even when I take a hiatus here and there, it's always been one of my favorite things to do on this channel. And I really hope you've resonated with some of the messages that have come through in the series and just had some fun with it. And hence, why I'm changing things up a little bit with these videos. Even though I don't have a lot of fancy cameras or fancy equipment right now, I did want to show you outside on my patio how things got cleaned up a little bit, got that all taken care of, and you could see my lavender adventures. I'm really, really super excited now that I'm starting to see the first glimmers of life in that pot, and I think it's going to really, really take off really nicely, because once they start budding and all that, that's when the fun will begin. And you guys will see updates in my probably in my Instagram as well as the channel itself. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, my link is below. I post on stories more than the posts themselves, but I'm always updating every day pretty much. But anyway, I wanted to share something very interesting I learned the past probably 5 or 6 days. As you probably know from the first episode, since I got home from my travels, I have been a super anxious mess. I've had a lot of reacclimating back to this type of life because I grew accustomed to the travel and to a new way of life and new discoveries. And even though I'm not 100%
back to how I was before I left. I'm actually approaching new horizons and trying new things. It really, really has astounded me how some of my earlier manifestations have been coming to life. And they don't always come when you expect it. They don't always come in the form that you may want it to. And I admit at first I was very anxious about all of these things. And I was quite impatient as well. I noticed that my patience level went down along with my anxiety going up. It's kind of crazy how it goes. But that's how I am. I don't know if any of you who experience anxiety experience that as well. But it was really, really interesting. And long story short, I found out that I'm going to be getting new flooring in my whole condo. And it was something that was discussed in the past, but it wasn't anything permanently set in stone. And I'm really super excited. At first, I was very anxious because I wasn't at all prepared for any of that. I wasn't even in that mindset. And it really took a toll on my anxiety. And it sounds like the silliest thing, but for any of you who have gone through something like that, you know there's a lot of stuff you got to move, a lot of upheaval, stuff you got to clear away and maybe throw away. And it disrupts the daily life a little bit, especially with the workflow and all that if you work from home. And I was thinking of all these things, and I was taking all this upon myself. So with this new flooring adventure, I have carpeting through most of my place. But now I'm going to have hardwood flooring or the linoleum material like that. And at first I thought, I don't know if I want that. I'm used to carpeting, and, carpeting is, comfortable and it's what I know. And yes, I want new carpeting, but, And when the guy came to measure yesterday, it was really enlightening. I talked with him, and it's really, really cool. Now I'm excited because I'm seeing all the benefits. First of all, I won't have to vacuum. I'm thrilled about that. And it's going to be a real exciting change. And in the meantime, I'm about to change my furniture around, freshen up the energy, maybe be a little feng shui about it, and just really liven up the place. Get rid of the stale energy. Let go of what no longer serves you. And it was very overwhelming for me. And I think it really taught me a lesson. One I thought I learned, but a lot of us get so comfortable in what we know, whether it's a positive thing or a negative thing in our lives. We grow so accustomed to our surroundings and to what is familiar and what is comfortable and what we view as safe. And we are so used to that when there's a change, even if it's a positive one like this, it really rocks our world sometimes. It really shakes us up. And it might even put us in a mode of anxiety like it did with me, or even fear, depending on the situation. And the interesting thing is, in order for us to change or evolve, we have to get out of that comfortable state. We have to get out of that comfort zone. Because if we don't get out of that comfort and out of that familiarity and go into uncharted waters, we will never grow. We will never evolve. And we will never see even better things in life. It's easier to see if we're in a negative situation and we're building up the courage maybe to leave a toxic situation or to change things up. And it does seem a little bit easier, even though I'm sure it still can be a difficult situation. But when things are still good and they're comfortable and you're used to a routine, or you're used to just how things are, or even your habits, and you don't have a major reason to change anything, because life will be good either way, I've noticed that it's very easy to stay in that state. It's harder to push yourself to make those changes, even though logically you may be thinking, oh, that would be a great thing to do. And I have been thinking about these things for so long. I've been thinking about not necessarily flooring, but changing things up in the apartment, freshening up the energy, just doing different things. And now that I'm interested in gardening and homesteading eventually and all that. I realized over these past few days, even through the anxiety and through my initial reactions, these are the steps I need to take in order to get to the bigger things. Everything that you have set a goal for, or that you want to manifest, or that you are dreaming of, all takes baby steps to begin. And it could be the littlest little step. But when you take a step in that direction, that's one step closer to that goal. And that can be a career goal, that can be a personal relationship goal, that can even be a spiritual goal or ascension goal. It really pertains to so many different aspects of life. And even though I logically knew all this, I really wasn't taking it to heart. I wanted everything to happen right away, and I wanted everything to happen almost immediately, but then I was also scared of it to happen. And it's really an interesting paradox because I didn't view myself experiencing that. I was always the type that I'm all for positive change, which I am, but when it came to me actually doing it, I was like a deer caught in the headlights. So today, now looking back at these past few days, I'm excited about the flooring. I'm excited about changing things. I'm not saying I won't have any anxiety, because anxiety is something you deal with day to day. It may not always be in the forefront of your mind, and it may not affect you majorly every day, but it is like anything. You have to be mindful about it and maintain a balance in your life to keep it at bay, and sometimes diminish it altogether. Really, the lesson you can take away from this is, if you're afraid to change, if you're afraid to do something that seems really scary or maybe even insurmountable, don't tackle the whole thing all at once. Just take one little step to make that goal a little more achievable, a little bit more realistic in your life. And you'll be happy that you did, because when you start taking one step, you'll be more inclined to take the next step, and then the next step, and so on. And it gets easier as time goes on. Sometimes the whole journey can be tough, but it's always worth it if it's something that you want in your life. So if you are at the point right now where you may be hiding from everything and shying away from the thing that you want, ask yourself, am I going to be happier if I don't do anything at all and just dream of it and wish for it? Or will I feel more empowered taking a step to making it more of a reality? And even if that initial goal doesn't work out, when you take a step in that direction, it'll open all kinds of new avenues for you. And what's the harm in it? You're not going to lose anything from taking a chance. Life is short. Life is very unpredictable. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let yourself stop you. Go for what you want. Go for what will make you happy and will bring you joy. But also have patience in the process. It won't happen overnight, but as long as you keep working towards those goals, it will happen in one form or another. And I'm starting to see my things manifest as far as those things. I'm still working on other things in my life, and I'm very hopeful that things will work out the way they should. And the universe always has your back. The inner work is the foundation of everything we want to manifest. When we do the inner work, it changes our outer reality, and then the magic starts. So that's it for Mindful Monday this week. I hope you guys liked the video. Please click like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And also, don't forget to comment below, what is the one thing you want to manifest in your life, and what is the first step you're going to take in order to do that? I would love to start a conversation below. Also, check out my podcast, Coffee, Cards, and Pixie Dust. Every Tuesday, new episodes are uploaded. Mindful Mondays are uploaded as well, depending on the topic, and sometimes they are other free topics. So definitely click below on that. And if you'd like to help support this channel, there are links below in order to do that as well. And I think I have my phone calling me. I love you all, and until the next time, to know thyself is to know thy truth. Namaste.